Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist. And today I want to talk about breaking the chains. When you are trying to ascend as a potential god or goddess or a magician or sorcerer, one of the hardest things to do is to break the chain. What I mean by breaking the chain is jettisoning narcissistic people that are drawn to you, and that's because you haven't done your shadow work. Let me make that clear. You have not done your shadow work. That is something that you must engage in. I don't care how uncomfortable it is, but you have to do it. Also, toxic family members, and also this desire in one way or another to prove yourself. And people say, "Oh, I don't do that." Stop. We all try to prove ourselves, if not for ego, but because we have some issues that we have not resolved. And this is a part of breaking the chains. Are you trying to prove yourself to a parent that has disapproved of you? Whether it be your mother, your father, your stepmother, your stepfather, a so-called toxic relationship where you don't want nothing to do with them, but the sexual chemistry is so strong that it draws you back each and every time. This is a way that you have to just say, what can I do to break the chains? So, you want to break the chains. What you can do is when you're doing your shadow work, you can not only call upon Raphael, but if you want to find out your purpose, you can also call on the demoness or demon, because this spirit can materialize in the masculine or the feminine. Astaroth came to me in the feminine. So she can help you find out not only your purpose, but breaking certain chains. And this is hard because the hardest thing to do, listen to this video, hear me now, believe me later. The hardest thing to do is to forgive yourself. Other thing that I want to make quite clear is that get out of this exercise of the ego that once you do start becoming comfortable with practicing magic, because you're getting rid of the toxicity of Western religion, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, etc. Breaking the chains can also mean stop trying to have a vigorous debate or discussion with family members. Stop doing that. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to let the dead remain amongst the dead. And that's hard because you feel like, well, I'm going through a reawakening. If I tell them this, they will do the same. Not necessarily. That may not be their path. Did you ever think about that? So that means that stop going through that with your siblings, co-workers, or even someone that you're sleeping with. Stop doing that. What you have to realize that although there's an exception to the rule, witches, sorcerers, and magicians, they are born, not made. Let me say that again. Witches, sorcerers, magicians, they are born, not made. So, if this is your path, the road will get lonely. But spirits or magicians, when you're dealing with this as a magician, spirits, they'll send someone into your life. That's not a problem. They'll do that. And they know better than you what you want. And if you don't believe me, practice long enough and you will see. And I always try to give out books. But books will only take you so far. But a book that I can give out is the Vodon Gnostic Workbook. You can get that. So we are going through a fabulous time. But at the same time, it can be scary because there's a plethora of occult information, but sooner or later it will be suppressed. So do the work, please. And breaking the chains means that sometimes you gotta leave people behind, and it's gonna hurt. Don't play like you're tougher than what you are. It's going to hurt, and it's supposed to. And then you will experience joy on the journey because the joy, it when it comes to you, you'll be more appreciative. So that's part of breaking the chains. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I'm the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friend. Peace.